Good morning, everyone. Today we give recognition to St. Paul Miki and companions. They were Japanese martyrs. They were put to death during the persecution of Catholics in around about the end of the 16th century. Basically, a lot of Catholics were persecuted for their faith. And we need to remember that. I mean, the 1600s, not that long ago. And there are still places in the world where people are not allowed to express their Catholicity or their Christianity. And we need to pray for healing in those areas. Let's look at our gospel of today is Mark's Gospel, chapter 7. And there's a time when the Pharisees are accusing Jesus of not adhering to the law. And obviously they're talking about the Jewish law. And reminding ourselves also that the Pharisees were very good as a group over the centuries. They managed to take the 10 Commandments and evolve them into over hundreds of different laws, man-made laws. But they were accusing Jesus in terms of cleansing their hands before they eat. There are also times, remember, that they accused Jesus of, when the people were eating on a Sunday, they don't know that they were harvesting food, and they were trying to find every opportunity to catch Jesus out. And Jesus responds to them. He says, "You hypocrites, you put aside the commandment of God to cling to human traditions." I think we need to reflect on that in our own lives. How many times do people sort of say, "Oh no, God will understand"? You say, but that's not what it says in the Bible, and it's certainly not what Jesus says in the commandments. We mustn't understand that just because Jesus says, "Love God and love your neighbor as yourself," that it covers anything. We need to adhere to what Jesus really wants us to do. And there are many occasions in the Bible when he speaks of what will happen to people if they don't actually adhere to the commandments. And certainly we don't want to be part of those. So we need to be clear about our thinking. Is what we are doing, is what we are assuming within our religion man-made, or is it the will of God? And if it's not the will of God, then we need to make sure that we sort it out. Once again, as I spoke yesterday, let's have a look at whether we're damaging our relationship with God. Are we actually doing what he wants us to do? Are we getting to Mass every Sunday? Are we making sure that our children are raised in the faith? And we'll be speaking more about that later in the week. You have yourselves a wonderful day, and we'll see you again. God bless. Bye-bye.